guys, and welcome to how to make moon water and what my intentions are for the new year. In order to make moon water on the night of the last full moon of the year, one must tidy up their spaces in order to allow a clear mind for the night. In my case, unfortunately tonight was seemingly cloudy, the moon was dimmed behind the fog, as it has been raining for days on end. The full moon serves as power and success. It is known to guide you to your goals and push them into fruition. Moon water can bring good luck, prosperity, spiritual enlightenment, and in all has strong cleansing properties. With these two ideas lonesome but paired together, on December 7th, for what NASA is calling a cold moon, we will be casting a simple spell that'll help us accelerate into the new year. I pick out my glass vase that I want my moon water to reside in, and I annoyingly choose one without a lid. You can use whatever you'd like, but most witches will say do not use plastic. I aim for my skinny glass vase, but surely use what speaks to you. Empty coffee container jars work, as well as pickle jars, jam jars, bowls, and pretty much anything that'll hold a liquid. I take my vase and cleanse it, meaning I wash it down with dish soap, asserting my intentions that this jug be used for good and nothing less than. I rinse it out about 3 times and set it aside to dry for a few. As it's drying down, I make my bed with freshly washed sheets and blankets. I find it important to curate an environment that I feel comfortable in when casting spells, even if the spell is as simple as putting tap water outside under a fully lit moon. I find a good spot for my jar and leave it out there until the morning light peeks out. Collect your jar as you will. Place it on your altar, at your bedside, or wherever you feel necessary. Hello, crazy. I guess refill my Bunnings moon water, because technically his moon water is going to be moon watery tomorrow. Usually I would leave it like outside, but it's been raining and I feel like it's going to rain again, so if I leave my moon water totally outside, I'm not putting a lid on it. I like it to get all like the things in it, so I'm leaving it in my screen house, but since it's very open and airy, the moon will still get it and hit it. I just kind of have it where I showed you guys I put it. Could leave it in your room too. You don't necessarily have to put it outside if you have like a windowsill or a light. I have my window, but I like the idea of having it out here. If you have like a vase with a lid or like an actual jar with a lid, just put that outside. I just for some reason like to just do it in the open vase, but I could have totally put it in a jar and then actually put it outside, but it is like rainy, so again I don't want it to get all like wet and soggy. What else was I gonna say? Oh, if you have crystals, put them outside and stuff. I have a bunch of like random crystals and things that I should probably leave outside, but again, since it's wet, I just don't want them to get wet. So what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna take them, put those on my windowsill instead of by my altar, because my windowsill gets more moonlight than where my altar is. But I should have brought those out here, I guess, too. That's okay. That's really not a big deal. That doesn't like make me like upset or anything. But the problem is it's so cloudy and there's so much overcast that like I'm not even gonna be able to see the moon tonight, which really bums me out. Like usually I would sit out here and just like look at the moon or go for a walk and see the moon, but I really can't. It's just dark. I kind of have a headache. I'm a little bit tired. Honestly, I'm a little like, I don't know if I could blame the moon or not, but I'm very tired today. Hopefully tomorrow I have like a rebirth of sorts, but right now I'm feeling very, not even crazy, not even cranky, just tired. Could I have broccoli? Is my moon water from last night. It's just as perfect as, you know, moon water could be. I was gonna use this to wash my face this morning, but to be quite honest with you, it's not that I forgot, it's just like I had so much other things to do. Sometimes when you are trying to abide by the moon and it cycles, it just like the days come and go, and today like the moon has been aggressive lately, and not just a full moon sense, but in a sense of like it is always out. It is because they just are here for way longer. So we have our moon water. You don't know what to do with it. If you used it just straight up from the tap, like normal water that you would actively drink, go ahead, you could just straight up drink this. For me, I don't really do that. I don't want to do that. So you can wash your face with it, wash your clothes with it. Let's say you bought some new clothes. I don't know, you feel like maybe you bought them at an antique shop and you just kind of want to cleanse them well. You could go ahead and throw this in your washing machine. Not the vase, but the water when you're right before you put on the washing machine. That'll help. That'll be really cool to do. I like to use it in spells. Sometimes I just like to have it in my room kind of doing its thing. You can cast spells with this. Some spells do require moon water. I also have videos on my channel where I don't have moon water and I just use regular water, so those spells you could go ahead and just re-follow them and you will find that the moon water will fit perfectly in it. You could take a bath. I don't have a bath that's like usable to use, but you could dump this in your bath water along with a bunch of other herbs and stuff and whatever you kind of feel necessary, and you could do like a straight up ritual. So fun and so cool. I've been waiting for the day that I could stay at like an Airbnb or a really nice hotel where I'm able to like do witchy shit like that. I'd be so fucking happy to do that. Oh, you want more broccoli, honey bun? Come over here. Good boy. My bunny's drinking moon water right now because he's out here and his jug was purified by the moon, so he's doing his little thing. I already made my pot of coffee today, but if I didn't, I would dump this into the back of my coffee pot and use this water to brew coffee. I actually want to do that in a video. I should have put a lid on it if I wanted to do that. I feel like there's little bugs and things in there. And now I want to kind of touch into last night and how I felt going to sleep. During the full moon, I feel like, you know, it's a joke that things are crazy and everyone gets wild. So I was actually having a very fine night, so it didn't really matter. That's not a part of my story. I had very vivid, freaky dreams. I have very vivid dreams often. I'm someone who like dreams in full throttle color. There are just some people that are like that. I used to have a dream journal where I would like record everything and write it all down and try to make connections between shit, but I stopped doing that because it kind of gave me anxiety. So I want it to be known that I did have some very strange dreams where I was kind of in this dystopian world of like the future, but the future was kind of killing off people, and instead of me being killed off, for some reason I was wearing this badge that allowed me to stay alive, and in the form of that I was put into a room with a few other people that also had the privilege of staying alive, and I don't really know why I was the chosen one. And throughout the entire dream I was kind of trying to figure out why I was the one being chosen when there were so many other people that, you know, could have benefited. And I don't know if that was like some weird self-reflection, but I hated it. It was so scary and so traumatizing, and it was a dream that I didn't wake up from. Usually when it's a scary dream I straight up wake up from it, but I was totally like in the fucking mix of that dream and I hated it. So yeah, the full moon made you think crazy things, but at the end of the day it's what your mind makes of it. So I also watched Wednesday Addams before I went to sleep, so that could have had a lot to do with it as well. I'm like picking and choosing who and what and how Wednesday never seems to get killed kind of thing. So just very interesting tidbit about the full moon. I wanted to just vent and talk to you guys. I don't know if you guys are enjoying random witchy vlogs where we just talk instead of do. 3 points of the new year is to leave behind negativity and like kind of beeline into just a positive mindset. Stop doubting things that may or may not come true, because if you just doubt them, then you're not leaving room for the truth in them. So that's my 1. My 2, to travel more effortlessly. I feel like I traveled a lot in the beginning of last year. So the beginning of 2022, I was running around rampant and it was so much fun and so crazy and so chaotic. But I don't think I ever let myself sit down and like really enjoy it. Whereas in 2023, I would love, when I do travel, to enjoy it a little more and to find more inspiration and aesthetics and understandings. And instead of like, I can't explain it, but if you do watch back on some of my vlogs from the beginning of last year, you will probably see a little bit of what I'm chatting about. Third thing that I would love to bring into the new year and my total intentions is to just be. I would love to make things happen. I'm a very make it happen kind of person. Sometimes things just need to fall into place, and I think if I allow room for that to happen, then it will just happen on its own, rather than me plopping and plicking around what can and can't be. Perfect. What are your intentions or resolutions for 2023? I would love to hear them in the comments and have a little cute discussion about them. Give it a thumbs up. And of course, make sure that you are subscribed, and I will see you come the next new or full moon. Bye.